Good evening and welcome viewers to a Thursday night at Matchfit Entertainment. What does a Thursday night at Matchfit Entertainment look like, you ask? Well, if you are one of our regular subscribers, you would know that a Thursday night at Matchfit Entertainment means it's the Asrnz 2026 GT3 World Challenge. This tonight is the final round. Yes, the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Release the pigeons. It is round 12. We're at Coda. I'm Davo and J-Man right by my side to call all the action. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, great to be here. Good evening, Davo. Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to Thursday night. As Davo mentioned, this is Le Coup de Gras. This is the finale. One could argue that the larger lady's about to sing, and these guys are going to let these things cut loose around Coda here tonight a couple of times. Obviously, we've got a very short qualifying coming up for what is a relatively short field. So big race track, short numbers. Should find them plenty of space out there tonight. Shane Florido, Jake McKellar, and also Lee Perkins trading off the top three in the title chase here with this final round to go. Touch base on that a little bit later on when we get a minute about what those points look like. But right now, it's all about the quality, the one and done situation. Plenty of time out there on the circuit to get the tyres up to temp because it is a bloody big lap. And so they'll be fully prepared. However, down in pit lane already is the track infringements. Obviously, you get 3 of them, maybe 4 before you got to transit through and race, but you don't get any in a qualifying situation. When that lap delta goes red because you've infringed, you might as well park it because it's all over with a one flying lap done and dusted. So turn 1 looks particularly tricky if they come in there hot and try and run it out wide. It's a hot zone, obviously, down through the roller coaster, through the S's, amongst a few. And then, obviously, the track after turn 11 at the big straight gets technical again. So, look, I think the flavour will be here is just try and bank one. Just try and bank someone. So it's a relatively short field. Bank maybe an 80% lap, and hopefully it's good enough to be somewhere where you think you should. However, Perkins laid out of the lane, so opting for a lot of fresh air.
Yeah, definitely, J-Man, as the camera boys have actually got eyes on, I think it's Kenny Simpson and Steve Melling are running the 2 lead cars on the circuit at the moment as these guys just roll out on their warm-up lap. And warm-up being the apt description, you can see them clearly on camera there. A lot of tyre warming and a brake warming going on from both of those boys. You get some tips in those tyres and brakes. And
Brains.
We see Kenny Simpson run across the line to start his lap, and like J-Man just alluded to here, track infringements will be a thing here tonight, and qualifying is definitely not the time to do it. Hence, J-Man's advice, maybe just keep off it a little, just a smidge, and get an 80 or an 85% lap out there, and just keep it safe. Keep it safe.
Yeah, for sure. Just looking. So who have you got going across first? I've got.
It'll be Simpson, I suspect.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, it's Simpson around J-Man. Actually,
that's not going to work. Oh, and Melling has to make an avoiding manoeuvre there. I think Kenny, if that's done, just park it, mate. Escape to pits.
Yeah, so definitely a mistake from Simpson there, and like him, J-Man, with the Melling car not that far behind Simpson, he had to take some evasive action. You picked up as well, yes?
Yeah, it would have cost him a tenth or so, just sort of thing in there, and just trying to get the car in a place where he didn't make contact. So, you know, albeit still would have just, if nothing on the time delta, it would have just really raised his eyebrows a little bit, and maybe upset the flow at that part of the lap. And just watching through who is trailing there. So, yeah, McKellar and Florido
Yeah, I think it's Potato.
Not separated by a great deal on the racetrack, Davo, in this qualifying lap.
No. So McKellar running down the straight in the Lego Ferrari. J-Man, I heard you comment as we were watching the pre-race practice. The Ferrari, I don't know, it's the little Lego block thing, maybe makes it a bit slower down the straight, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be the connector points just with a bit of drag there. So, hey, good to see Melling and Shieldsy across the line. Nothing separating those times. Literally, I think it's something like 27 1,000ths or something like that. But Damien Jones puts those guys first guy into the 8s. Look for some 7s or potentially 6s coming your way shortly. Kirko, we know he was laid out the lane. Damo,
yes.
Icarus, he goes into the 7-0 bracket. So it's a good lap. It's a very good lap. So the BMW looking solid here tonight.
Ash Bediger looks speedy in pre-race as well, as we just see Potato rounding the final corner. J-Man.
McKellar to the top.
Yeah, who was just
Potato to the top.
in behind McKellar. I think next one is Bediger rounding the final corner in a B-Power Mustang. And across the line, puts it in fourth.
Goes P4.
Nice work.
Just Perkins to come.
Here we go.
Yep.
The Rally Art Nissan. E-Man, bad job. And keeping a very level head. Yeah. And just
look, could only manage a P6 that one.
So interesting stuff there. J-Man finishing positions, as you can see there on screen, ladies and gentlemen. Shane Potato, Jake McKellar, Icarus, Bediger, Jones, Perkins, Shields, Melling, Rimmer and Simpson. Let's just have a look at those points we were just talking about, J-Man. What can you fill us in?
Yep.
Fill us in. We've got the Matchfit abacus. Hard at work. There's smoke coming off it. We've got the beads are flicking so quick. What's going on?
Okay, I'll always start with allegedly. Lee Perkins must subtract around 40 points off of that by way of the drop round. The two guys after the fact, so Shane Fodato in the 1 car and the 117 car of Jake McKellar. Missed round 2, so those points, that would go as an effective drop round. So 539 and 532 is basically where they are at. Heading into the final round. So Perkins still looking very much like a third place, but down there, maybe coming into this technically on around about 510 points. So a little bit short of the marker. So good battle going on there for Fodato, McKellar, and Melling, Vertigo. Watch that space. Vertigo getting the better of the qualifying, but only a few points separating those two for the top 5. Going back down through Simpson, good strong showing here, especially at the back end of the season. Locked into 7th behind Damien Jones. Sam Carson not here. Joe Grimmer 9th. Aaron Enright away. Steve Wilton away. So that gives you the summary. And I think we're about to start a formation lap. And obviously there's some drivers in the second totem there. I think Damo Icarus. Obviously a Nev Shields there. Kind of ring-ins at the moment, just making the grid when they can, and we do appreciate it.
We do, absolutely, J-Man. And yeah, like you said, the boys are just rolling out. Now, look, plenty to play for in this championship. At least in the top 5 there. Positions could change tonight. So very much a breakdown on what we would call, like you said, provisional points so far from the boys. Short field tonight, which will definitely play into that. J-Man, sorry.
No, just I'm really fascinated Shane's take here on the outlet, riding the brakes a fair bit and not going early, because last thing he wants to do is probably head back round to the latter part of the circuit on the full formation lap and be too far ahead of the grid and really just have to crawl the last 500 metres and maybe lose all of that brake and tyre temp. So I think he's playing this one smart. Get the car into a working zone and very, very early in the lap and backing up this field. Really, they're at the mercy of his, I guess, his strategy about how to generate tyre temps and brake temps leading into this one.
Yep.
A little bit going on a bit further back between Ash and Steve Melling, and I'm not sure Ash has just dropped. Oh no, it wasn't Ash, it would have been, actually it was Uncle Joe. So Simo, unfortunately, that's like it's almost like a butchered top 10, really, isn't it? There's 10 in the field. You get your chance out on track, and you blow it. So shit, Kenny, come on, mate. We expect more. Steve Melling was in the comms box earlier, having a little bit of a chat, what to expect, and he had big raps on the 68 CQ Steel Industries car. If nothing else, the car still looks fantastic. Yeah, Kenny just facing the wrong way in the quali. Just he's got some work to do, but I reckon that bodes well for us, Davo, because look for Kenny to make quick work of Uncle Joe and maybe even Steve Melling here.
Yeah, well, what we do know is Kenny will most definitely be enjoying himself. He loves the race, J-Man. It's not about finishing position so much for Kenny, but he really does enjoy the race. So to have him trying to weave his way through the pack, I think it's right up his alley here. So,
you know what'd be cool, Davo? Farmers, aka Steve Wilton, didn't make the grid tonight. Obviously got a lot of new kit, a lot of new hardware. Thomas has obviously been putting in the big hours, the old steam train there, and giving himself some treats. But man, wouldn't it be nice if he was tuning in tonight because he couldn't race, if he decided one of the existing long-term Matchfit family come down and had a chat to us? That'd be great.
Would be awesome, J-Man.
Haven't heard from Farmer in a minute.
Yeah, no, definitely. And definitely one of the Matchfit family, J-Man, as the boys come to the end of their formation lap here. Round 12, ladies and gentlemen. Asrnz 2026 GT3 World Challenge here at Coda. Round 12. We have just been through the points too. There is plenty to play for quite a few of these guys, particularly the top three, and then 4th and 5th as well. And we are about to go green.
Green light, go, go, go.
With the, no surprise, the Lambo getting a sneaky little start. Oh, Icarus straight into the side of the Lego car, runs wide, pushes Bonato by. Yeah. That has put Lee Perkins
in the front.
In the lead. Oh my. How things change so damn quickly, J-Man.
The Keller to the back. I mean, so you've got one in the title fight racing from second and the other one racing from 10th.
What happened there? It was almost like, okay, business as usual, let's get into this, guys. And then all of a sudden, there's a cat amongst the pigeons with Icarus up on the inside, back in the Lego car. And it has very much changed the dynamic of this race. Perko's probably thinking, what the hell? Here we are. Let's go.
That Datsun is a jet down this back straight here between 10 and 11. That thing is super, super fast. First of two races tonight, obviously this one. And mandatory CPS stop in both of them. 25-second fuel dump. They'll do that in this one. Potential for a tyre at the second one though. Pretty hard circuit on the tyres. And it wouldn't be a surprise to see Lee Perkins go early. However,
well,
be interested to know if he does it from this position.
That's his demo usually, isn't it, though, J-Man?
Yeah.
You know, like we quite often see Perkins at the end of the first lap here. Look at Bonato coming for him.
Yeah.
Will that set? Oh, I just thought that might. Encourage Perko to go there. So he didn't get in this battle. But he's up for it. He's up for it, J-Man. Here they go. Down at 1. Fotado.
Over under here.
Oh, Perko just backs it in. No surprise.
A little bit of contact and a flash of the lights from the Datsun. Just to say, yeah, mate, I seen you. I felt you.
No, that is so good. That is so good, J-Man.
Yeah, so McKellar to the lane. Actually, obviously didn't want to deal with that traffic after that early incident. And he'll be looking for a super efficient 26 or 27 second stop here on the jacks. And actually goes a bit longer. Just wonder whether he's carrying a bit of damage because he's in there at 30, 34. That's a long stop. That one there, you could get a tyre into a stop that length as well. So, a long way back from that sort of stop. If the competition goes out in the banks at 27, that's hard to make up. Certainly out on track, even with the pace of McKellar at the moment. He was one of the other guys that could run 206s. Obviously, got the ability to run 205s.
In-car from DJ there, J-Man, Damien Jones.
Yep.
You can see with DJ in 5th there, all the way up to Fotado, and it looks like Fotado actually just stretched his lead there a little bit. Back a shot there, so, but working hard. You can see these guys are taking, well, I wouldn't say vastly different lines to some of these corners, but there is alternate lines for some of these guys. Given the width of Kona, it sort of allows them to do that. And across the line.
So Icarus looks racy here. Obviously a mistake up into 1, locked the rears and created a bit of a fracas up there. A bit of a malarkey to deal with, but look, he's settled down nicely into this P3. Shieldsy with a good start also. Looks quite comfortable back there. Damien Jones, as we mentioned, I'm sort of nervous to call or say anything about Damien Jones given what we saw in practice. So I might just cue the cameras a little bit away from him there. But Simpson was obviously through on Grimmer and McKellar by McKellar going off at turn 1, and then obviously Vediger as well.
Yes, no, what happened to Vediger there? I didn't see the incident with Vediger.
Yes, I'm not sure whether he got caught up in that at the start. He could have well done, could have got his pocket picked there at turn 1, and because the car by all intents and purposes actually looks all good. I don't see any damage on it at all. So yeah.
So Simpson, looking at Melling there. Melling may have had to adjust his line ever so slightly. Business as usual. Perkins, J-Man with Icarus now right on his tail.
Yeah, look, Shieldsy in there as well. Shieldy's a very smart racer.
He's coming with the whole time there. So, and like we were just looking out of the front of Jones's car. Didn't want to give him too much airtime. But, yeah, right there in touch with that. There's Icarus into the pit lane.
Yeah, so he gets that stop out the way with. So that just leaves Shieldsy now to contend with Damien Jones. A couple of Astons going at it. Trying to get a read on Icarus's stop. We talked about McKellar going in and stationary for 34, which cost him 1 minute and 13 seconds off the racetrack. And that's the one that hurts, is when you stack it all up, work out the transit time plus the stationary. It's just a long way back. Fortunately, they've got another race to come. We have got just under 13 minutes of this one left. And we'll go one more time for a bigger race in the next one. So chance to make amends. However, he's still got an opportunity here to try and see what he can do as far as positions. But I think based on the pace we're seeing at the top, as we see Asrnz now. And who was he alongside? There was Ken Simpson. Big moves. Still there. And Mustang on Mustang. Ken's super sideways.
They're both.
Out of 10.
They were both actually. Simpson with a little bit of a snaggy run off the ripple strip, but Vediger a little bit shallow on his line there. Also with plenty opposite lock, exiting 10.
Yeah, and so with Icarus making that stop, that just really shows you the compound problems that McKellar's got with that pit stop. He's 11 seconds behind Damo Icarus as well. So Icarus is around about okay, he's a minute 6.5 away from the lead of this race, and we know it takes around a minute 5 to make a stop. So he's in good stead with that undercut. I think that puts him in a great position to really threaten Perkins, and we see Perkins now looking to cover that off.
Skyline in the pit lane. So see Melling, Simpson, Bigger, all through. Grimmer won't be too far behind. So the two pitted cars is Icarus and McKellar. McKellar still well back. J-Man.
Yeah, so for me it's this lap. This is the critical one for Damo Icarus. Needs a good. This is obviously his outlap. And he needs to stay in it, and you know, a 27.105 puts him in pretty much the best possible chance for Perko. If Perko does a 27 as well, so this is going to be tight on exit. It'll be all about how good was Perko's inlap, how good was Icarus's outlap, and that's what it's going to come down to. Perko's heading up to the control line. I can hear Icarus exiting the final turn. So here we go. Perkins on the loud pedal. Where is Damo? He's coming up across the start and finish line. Perkins gets it done. Covers that off. Probably made a net gain, if anything.
I think so.
We hear the guys talk about the spike in tyre temp when they trundle through pit lanes. So just expect this lap with Icarus, who is now trailing by 2.3 seconds, for that to crush down as the lap builds. As we just went past the halfway part of this race. Toronto, super quick out there, Dave. I just set the fastest lap of the race at 2:05.9. That is quality trim, that Lamborghini right
great.
now.
That's great, Tony.
McKellar, though, fastest lap of the race. I just got to call it 5:9.00 versus Shane Fotodo's 2:05. 9.62. So McKellar is actually the fastest car out there. He's just got a mile of space to even make it back to Icarus. However, still potential for him to maybe grab the likes of Grimmer, potentially Asrnz, Kenny Simpson. We'll see what their stops look like, because they are both in the lane as well. Together, the Mustang, the duo. Literally on the jacks, I'm watching the timer, and they are 100% the same on the jacks. About a second difference on entry to the lane to Simpson. So expect them to maybe jump away a second earlier if their timing still remains the same as they approach that 27 magical mark. Both of them.
Simpson off.
30, and Asrnz
quite a
here
few
for
seconds
35. 35, so another 7 seconds. Oh no, another 5 seconds, sorry. So where is Icarus is through? He's already gone. So is Perkins. Where is McKellar? And McKellar does get he does get Vertiger, and he's right on with Simpson, who's just had an awful turn one, and he picks that one up as well. So grabs a couple really quickly, and that'll help his cause.
It's Simpson, really terrible one and exit there. It almost looked like he just, I don't know, just totally got his bearings on. It's a very blind corner, J-Man one here at Coda. But looked like he just opened the steering up way too early and drove the car off the circuit, obviously having to address that. Quite possibly not to get a track infringement as well.
Oh.
So Jones in the pit lane and Melling in the pit lane, J-Man.
Yeah, I don't reckon. Nah, the 227 car, we've seen it before. I got a feeling there's going to be a red icon beside that car when he leaves the lane.
Really?
And Steve Melling will welcome that. So will Nev Shields, because he was putting all sorts of pressure. I think he made the right call to come in because he was right on the back of Shields. He called him back up again. Awkward pit entry to the box there for Steve. I actually had to go through the Jones car, but I just thought the entry was a little awkward. I could be wrong, but it just had signs of penalty on there for me.
We will soon find out, as you will as well, viewers, as we get the cameras back on Mr. Fonato, Shane Fonato.
Right, here we go. Jones and Melling leaving the lane. Jones did beat him 27, plays 28. Steve Melling, 27. And is there a penalty? No, there's not. He did arrest it. Well done, because he was hot in there. But clearly a gain, I think, for Melling there. So Shields, expect Nev Shields with 5 3/4 minutes to go to react to that undercut.
Absolutely, as we see Grimmer in the other red Mustang in the pit lane as well, J-Man covering that
very
off.
long stop, 40 seconds plus.
And yeah, like you mentioned, we would expect to see Shields in any time soon.
Fonato in.
So it's only Fonato. Oh, so Fonato's in. There you go. I was just about to mention it. And here comes Shields.
Shields in, yeah. This is a big one.
Running out of time. Time is a ticking. Little over 5 minutes yet to run here in this heat race, the short race here tonight. Round 12 at Coda in the Asrnz 2026 GT3 World Challenge, the finale. And we are crunching the numbers in the comms box here, J-Man, trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, well, this is the part.
There is a bit to play for, and this is where we're watching, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is the part where Q Lee Perkins and Damo Icarus back in the frame as well, because obviously Fonato, we know he just did a 27 stationary, so he's on his way and he's going to get out there ahead of these boys, but it'll be about Shieldsy. He's 24 into hopefully a 27-second stop, but he's still got to transit the lane.
He's off the jacks though,
Yeah, 29. So he's going to get swallowed up by Icarus and Perkins for sure. Fonato's going to be clear. He's already on the loud pedal, heading up to 1. And Shieldsy. Here is, it's Damien Jones he's got to think about.
Get him as well.
Yep, and Melling. Yep.
Okay, so he's lost Jones and Melling in that pit stop there, J-Man.
Yes, he has. Yep. Yep. 29-second stop, plays a 27 for Melling and a 28 for Jones, possibly maybe just a little bit snaggy inlet. McKellar, he is. Now, I just want to see how far behind. McKellar's not that far behind him with 3.5 minutes left to go. He could see himself maybe grab one more down, effectively 5 spots since the start of this race by no fault of his own, really.
Yeah,
Turn 1.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Shields is looking speedy tonight here at Coda, so I'm just wondering, you know, McKellar might be able to catch him, but can he pass him in the next 30 minutes, Jamie? That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he drives defensively very, very well. We've seen it already in the GT3s. He does a good job. So, yeah, and he'll have eyes on Steve Melling still. Nice little buffer here for Steve Melling, currently sitting P5, Ash Vertiger P9. Talked about the importance of that part of the championship for those lads. And I'll just bring up my...
So all these boys are very much in touch, J-Man. First to seventh here. This is very much a close race. I know it's only 20 minutes, but throw a compulsory pit stop. The mix. This is actually quite a close race here.
Very much so, yep.
So anybody's game for second position at the moment with Perkins. Plenty of heat from Icarus there. There we got Jones. Can he keep it together? The car has looked quick tonight, although a little bit erratic in pre-race practice. Melling, however, has Shields and McKellar coming in hot. And
this helps negate the drop round as well for Lee Perkins, currently sitting P2, if he can hang on to that. And depending on how far McKellar gets back up, he's got obviously Shields and Melling to contend with, but this might negate some of that points differential we talked about.
True. True.
Does look fast.
Heading up to 10. Gets the Lambo turned in. I suspect, what's he looking at? A little over a minute. So he'll get another lap here. This lap and one more.
Yep.
Car's looking fast. Bonato at his bed. Once again, Perkins will need to stay focused.
Icarus got the mile an hour down the straight over him. 265 plays 262.
Wow.
So that thing under the wing.
We
is
know
doing a
how
good job.
we know how fast the Datsun is in a straight line. So if we've got the BMW tucked up underneath it, surely it's going to get the top speed, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So McKellar now stalking Shields stalking Melling. Important positions ahead of him, Davo.
Absolutely.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it to him.
Humbling already. My question was whether, we talked about this about 60 seconds ago, McKellar, can he catch Shields? I said, well, he might be able to catch him. Can he get past him? Because Shields is looking very speedy tonight in the Asset. But, Melling very wide. Making a meal of one. Puts Shields in touch. This is on, J-Man.
It is. It is very on the final lap. We know that with a 5.5 second lead, Shane Cotto is going to walk home with this. Icarus, though, mounting a massive attack as well on Perkins, but I've got a feeling unless he gets that blistering run out of 10 down to 11, it might be just a little too far to climb. But McKellar is stalking. Oh, McKellar with a huge sideways moment now.
Sideways, McKellar.
Well, great drive off of 10 for Icarus, mate. He is chasing the Datsun left and right down the big back straight. He knows he got good drive. He's going to be thereabouts into the brake zone.
Oh, and Perko covering. He's weaving all over the place. Gets the thing back onto the correct side of the road for the corner there. But look, Perko, I think would probably breathe a sigh of relief at this stage of the lap. Icarus continues to pepper the back of the R35. Melling. Shields, McKellar. How close
Simpson
are those
just
three?
grabs Vertiger. Yeah, they are close.
So nice work, Frodo, across the line. Amen.
Yeah, not sure why my board came up like that. The rest of them are still
I don't know why that
racing.
happened either, actually. I'm getting the same thing. Shane Frodo across the line. We've got Lee Perkins, Icarus in the BMW. Nice work. And then it was
Green light. Give it all you can.
Jones, Shields, Perkins, Grimmer. No, hang on. He's
No,
totally
Simpson.
bugged out our stuff here. So we are going to just try and
Take a break.
Do we ever take a break? What we're going to do is we are going to spruik this little bit of goodness here, ladies and gentlemen. While we got you here, this competition here, the Get a Sim competition, proudly brought to you by GAMAFLARE, Matchfit, and other affiliates. Mazda on board, of course. Sim Blacks on board. Just look at that bit of kit there. Free to join, open for everybody. There is terms and conditions. I think it's New Zealand people only, but yeah, just read the terms and conditions. Get your phone out, scan that QR code. It's not drawn for another few weeks or so, so plenty of time. The only place you will see that QR code on the left there near the GAMAFLARE logo there, ladies and gentlemen, is on one of Matchfit Entertainment streams. So get amongst it, and you too could win that awesome piece of kit, ladies and gentlemen. I'll leave that up for a little moment to give you guys a chance. And if you're not watching live, and you're watching back later, just pause it. You know, do yourself a favour. Get on it. We are just going to do a quick sneaky shuffle here because the good people at Asrnz have been able to work out how to give us the finishing results for race 2, results from race 1 for race 2 here. They've been running this concept throughout the season so far. It is awesome stuff. Yes, you did hear me right. It will be finishing position from race 1 to race 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Don't go too far.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Intermission is over. Grid has been reset. Unfortunately, we may have lost a couple. However, this is the feature and the finale for the night here as they grid up and get ready to make their way around for what is the final 50-minute race. CPS required in this one as well, viewers and Davo. So 25 minimum fuel dump. But look, I think for the tyre to be an option here in this one.
Yeah.
We know that it's around 27 seconds approximately for the fuel. And we know that they can do an efficient tyre stop with that at around about 32 to 33, 34 seconds on an average one. So that will be something that plays out. Whāraro starting this one from the top spot, obviously by way of finishing at the top spot. The last one, Lee Perkins, does a great job to get home in second. McKellar, work to do from sixth, and a hard charging, especially turn one, lap one, Damo Icarus and Damian Jones, third and fourth. Malik with a good showing there. I think that's really given him a nice little kick there to try and hold off that top four position with Ash Vedica as well, starting off of final row in P8 there. So have lost Uncle Joe, and I think we also lost Nev Shields, who was racing pretty bloody well as well. So buckle up for this one, last one of the season. So that's the Thursday nights. Going to take a short break for a little bit until the boys construct something. I did hear whispers if AC Evo is your thing, so a bit of research and development going on potentially on a Thursday night. Get amongst it, come and join the family over here. They're a great bunch of blokes, always receptive to ideas and getting out there and having a skid out on track. Matchfit will be still very busy as usual. We will cover off our Tuesdays and our Wednesdays, and look, Mondays I'm sure will resume shortly, and Thursdays we'll watch that space to see what these boys do, because we're a long time in the saddle here on a Thursday night, so watch that space.
We are. What are you saying? We're going to get a little bit of time off here.
A couple of days here and there, mate. A little bit of chance to, I guess, for you and I and the team to work out. Matchfit never really sleeps. We're working out what the next big one is and what we're up to.
Oh yes, obviously Matchfit events. I think our link will be in the video description down there. Definitely keep an eye on what's going on, and definitely hit the like and subscribe button here, obviously, and support Asrnz's community and Matchfit Entertainment in the process. Make sure you hit your notifications so you know what's going on from one night to the other. We are going to just quickly thank our sponsors, obviously, that are supporting the season. Obviously, Matchfit Entertainment, bring it to you live on the internet every Thursday night. GAMAFLARE always right behind Matchfit Entertainment, as well as one of our affiliates. And of course, we couldn't go without mentioning Race Command, keeping a check and keeping the cogs, the Asrnz cogs, well oiled with service setup and all this fancy stuff that we're doing right now here with the finishing position starting the second race. Unheard of, you say? No, it's not. It's definitely not at Asrnz. So awesome stuff. Thank you to everybody that's been involved. Obviously, this is the final round, it's the final race of the final round, J-Man here. And like we've mentioned a few times across the broadcast tonight, there is a little bit to play for. Look, the positions that J-Man and I have probably concocted in our heads are very much provisional. So just talk to our lawyers if we don't get it right. But yeah, plenty to play for still from a few of the boys towards the body end of the field. J-Man, lot of body language. Are you seeing that?
This race start, Perkins is really getting up and Whāraro's grill there, mate, and showing some attention. But those boys ought to be careful. Better watch out for the 222 car, the BMW on the inside line from row 2. I reckon it'd be better for the turn 1 gate. after race one, and watch that space.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are waiting for a green flag. There's plenty of attitude on the grid as they finalise their formation lap. Here it is. Round 12, race 2. We've got a green light. Buckle up over the rear wing of Shane Fonteno's car. You can see that Datsun on the left. Up into one here. We saw Ingrid's made a major mistake there. In the first race, keeps it clean. What a tidy performance from everybody through. And look at Fonteno just run away in that Lamborghini immediately.
Jones with a good start.
McKellar with a good start too, J-Man.
Yep, very much.
So good clean start. Admittedly short field here, so easy. It's a little bit easier for the boys. There's a bit more room on track. But look, you can see just at the end of the warm-up lap how G'd up the boys were, J-Man. And yeah, I'm sure there was plenty of smack talk going on. I guarantee it.
So Fonteno already got that 1 second buffer over Perkins halfway through the lap, so he's had a great start to this one. Car will be nice and tight, he can get down into his rhythm already. And McKellar put under brakes at the end of the straight there, really just giving Damien Jones something to think about as they tip it into the left-hander.
Massive under brakes there, J-Man. Almost looked like Jones adjusted his line.
Ooh.
Just ever so slightly. And here we go as we come back from that replay there. That is McKellar through. Let's see if
I reckon Jonesy just let him go there. Just went, nah,
yeah,
you got
again.
pace, you
well,
go.
Again, I think he just saw the braking power of the Ferrari behind him, and he's very closely monitoring his mirrors there and seeing the coming. It was inbound, coming quick. And he's just adjusted his line and allowed him to go through. McKellar looking very pacey,
Okay, yeah, so standing lap times, Fonteno 2:21.7. Just want to see what McKellar's was, 23.8, 22.7s for Perko and Icarus. So, yeah, Fonteno just clearly just comfortable on that colder tyre, and that first lap made all the gains because it sort of plateaued out now. 1.2, he made 1 second of that pretty early in the piece, halfway through that first lap. But yeah,
what happened there?
Ash Vediger.
Sorry, J-Man. Yes, that was Ash Vediger. We're just trying to pick up on that now.
What happened there?
Might even try and pick up another one on Vediger here because I'm not sure what happened there. We're just trying to get a better camera angle on it.
This looked like a hardware failure or something.
Here we go. Here we go. We got him. It literally just drove off the track, didn't it? It just looked like he had no input from the wheel. So interesting and a very characteristic of Mr. Vediger, that's for sure, J-Man. That's why both of us, I think, were a little bit taken aback from it. Especially with Ash at the wheel, so clearly something bucky going on there in the V-Power, Shell V-Power Mustang, piloted by Ashley Vediger. However, no such issues for Mr. Fonteno, who is off and running in the Lamborghini. Lee Perkins, so pretty equal gaps. If you just have a look at that, we'll just scroll through them there. Back to McKellar and back to Jones and back to Melling. All these boys with pretty much the same space between them.
Yeah.
Out of the top 6 there. That could change in the blink of an eye, J-Man. Both you and I know that.
Yeah, so notable mention, the 206.4 for Shane Fonteno registered as a red lap. So we talked about track cut's going to be more important to keep that at bay in what is a 50-minute race in this one versus the first 20-minute session we just did. So, you know, I know the drivers are conscious about it. They know where the hot spots are. However, the heat of the battle, sometimes you just end up out there. I don't think Ashley Vediger would have got one by way of he had plenty of time to roll out of it and negate any time gained. And potentially even Shane's one doesn't indicate that he's actually got a limitations warning. It just basically tells us that he did have an off track there, so hard to know for us.
Basically, that's all it is, isn't it? So for the Lamborghini looking very solid at the hands of Shane at the moment. J-Man. Perkins.
Yeah, and Perkins looking handy. Has just made a little bit of an air gap on Damo Icarus at the moment, who's got some pressure forming now from the Lego Ferrari of Jake McKellar, former series champ here.
I think so. I think so. And again, and we did talk about this at the top of the broadcast, how we thought the little bumps on the Lego blocks on the Ferrari might have been slowing it down around the back straight there. However, it does stop damn quickly, down to 11, doesn't it? And here again, as we look over the rear wing of Icarus, so the thing might just have a little bit of a higher wing on it, but yeah, looking solid. And I think Icarus is probably more under pressure now than he was throughout the 20 minutes of the first race at the moment, J-Man.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, he was probably the guy applying the pressure in the last one, and role reversal now with McKellar coming on strong. And just watching the lap times here, McKellar 2:06.077 to be the fastest car out there. Just starting to get into his work now. Got plenty of time to do it, but I'm sure as he tips out of one here down into two, he just watched that for that Lamborghini Assetto just disappearing down into the roller coaster of 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. And would like to just maybe just clear a couple of these guys and let the Ferrari eat and try and get up there and contest that. Because there is technically with that less than ideal finish, I really feel like right now with Shane's performance in race 1, he was around about 7, was he? No, maybe 11 points ahead of McKellar or somewhere around there, somewhere between 7 and 11. I just remember he's just lost me there. But yeah, and with the performance from race 1, Assetto with one hand on the trophy, but it's all about Perkins versus McKellar, I think, for the final 2 steps on the podium now.
Yeah, definitely, J-Man. And as we were just looking out of the front of Jake McKellar's car, we could see Perkins into 10 at that corner at the top of the hill, turn 10, that leads onto the back straight. Very, very deep into that corner and very much offline. And he looks a little offline.
Yep.
As he sweeps through this little complex of corners here. Very awkward corners, mind you, but looks like he might be just overdriving the car a little bit, J-Man. It looks like a bit more of a front end push rather than the traditional tail out Perko that we're seeing here tonight.
Yep. So we'll see if we can get a response now from Assetto. You would have saw the timer light up with the 6-0 last lap around from McKellar. See if he can respond here. And he does. He goes a 6:0.82, but yeah, still an 0.77, still slightly better. So McKellar, he had the fastest lap time, I believe, in race 1. He's got it again already at this point in race 2.
Yeah.
He's got to try and just clear some traffic. And it will get to a point, Davo, that if he gets there and he can't get through, McKellar, good racing IQ, he'll work out at what point does he 50-50 this and put a tyre on and run long home with a good tyre at the back end halfway through the race and maybe mount an attack on Perko and potentially Assetto. I think Assetto now 3.3. He's 4.9 seconds ahead of McKellar already in this race. However, we've seen 3, 4, 5 seconds go wayward in the pits already tonight. Still plenty to go. Nice exit that time from McKellar. Got good drive out of 10.
We got a little bit of intel dash cam with McKellar's car. Even with that very nice exit, the BMW literally just drives away from him. But watch this closing speed here under brakes.
Under brakes.
This Ferrari stops on a dime and makes basically all that ground back up, and is able to hang with him.
It makes the
here.
apex,
But this next complex is really technical, J-Man. These really weird multi-apexing corners, left and right, to this whole final sector of Coda. Very challenging stuff for the drivers. Just the setup required to just keep it hooked up and turned in. Very tricky part of the track here as they go through that second final turn there. Keller way too early to be stopping and getting out of that fight as much as he probably would love to just get away from Icarus, wouldn't he, and just jump into pit Jamie. It's just way too early, isn't it?
It is a little early, but he's got to think about it because it's costing him, just that lap alone, it cost him 2.5 tenths in sector 2, and it cost him another 3 tenths in sector 3. So, you know, you do the math, and when you look at the overall time, and what it's doing is Shane Fodorno just keeps, you know, pumping the numbers out there. It's now 5.2 seconds the margin. So, you know, every tenth that he loses in a sector behind Icarus at the moment is potentially what he's giving away to Shane and Lee Perkins for that matter too. So he'll get to a point, I'm sure, where he'll work out, hey, it's gone on for long enough. He's either got to try and fire a Hail Mary or maybe take it to pit lane and look to undercut these boys. Or maybe just enjoy the battle.
Yeah, well, it's both options. I mean, look,
there you go, once again, right on him.
Out of turn 10 again, very much closer, J-Man, and probably even a little bit sweeter than the lap we saw before. Looks like he's got the draft for the BMW now, albeit BMW is still pulling away. See, that's Perkins in the Datsun just in front of these guys. He hasn't stepped out too far either. Something about Perkins' car tonight that doesn't. I think it's because the tail's not out on it for starters. But again, there you go. Look at that. Look at Icarus right up behind him. Perkins' car, the balance is totally the opposite to what we normally see in a Perkins setup car. The front is pushing. The car does not look set in like he would normally drive it, and he really does look vulnerable there, J-Man.
He does, and I tell you what, McKellar tucked up in behind both of them as he gets a really good run off the final turn this time. I tell you what, looked like the aero got just taken off the front of the Ferrari through the final 2 corners, and well, the second to last and third to last corner, because it really just gave a big handful of push. Though he's right back on it now. Got a good drive off the final turn.
So good little battle here. We did pretty much see this going on at the end of the end of race 1, wasn't it, J-Man?
Yeah. I would go now. If it was me, Davo, if I was out there right now and I was McKellar, I would go now.
Okay, so we're over 25% through the race here.
Yeah.
So
go and slam some fuel in it. That 25-second minimum requirement. Fire that in it, and
just fire that in it and get
and then take the set of tyres as well. So you're going to go 31, 32 seconds down on the jacks to be around about 1:15 outright out of your race pace, and take a whole lot of pain early in the piece. But man, he's got pace, and he's got more pace than the 2 guys in front of him comfortably, but he just can't get past. So that marker now stretched out to 6.1, and that's what he's got to think about. Play the big game. Go for the guy out in the front. Go for Shane Fodorno.
Yeah, other than Fodorno, clearly the fastest car on the circuit, isn't he? You know, like at the moment.
Yeah, well, Shane's just set the marker with the 6.5.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry.
He did it 6.0. He's done a 5.8. There you go.
5.8. Yeah.
Look how close these guys are as we look over the rear wing of Lee Perkins' car at the moment. There, mate.
I reckon if one of these 2 boys don't go...
Oh, how close was that?
One of these 2 boys don't go. He's got to go. He's got to go the lane. Nah, stays with it.
Just pick it up on a replay there over at the back of Icarus's car there. Literally a whisker between the Ferrari and the BMW then. So the Ferrari in that final sector, J-Man, you called it a couple of laps ago, the amount of time he is losing just there, having to get off the throttle to compensate for the lack of pace from the BMW. However, you know, like the BMW through the first two sectors is fast. It's just not Lego car fast.
But look at him here. He's holding up McKellar again. You know, he's doing what he, you know, nothing wrong with what Damo Icarus is doing, but McKellar's
very quick.
Unloading the Delta here just by way of being tucked up and behind him, and he just can't let that thing flow. I reckon that was the option the last lap. Go, get in, get out. It's not too soon.
Okay, so we'll just unpack it a little bit. So Icarus's last lap was a 2:07. 075, right? And McKellar's was a 2:07.175. I mean, that's how close the last laps were.
Well, look at Perkins's one, 072.
However, Icarus's fastest lap is an 06775, and McKellar's is an 06077. So vastly quicker, 3/4 of a second quicker than the BMW is McKellar's Ferrari in the right conditions and with the space to move. So, J-Man,
look at this battle now, Icarus Perkins.
Look at Icarus on Perkins now.
Yeah, very, very spicy up the top there.
Coming up
and
to
of course,
pit lane exit here, round the second line. Oh, Perkins so sideways. There's contact between Icarus and Perkins. Oh my.
Watch here, McKellar going to try and go up the inside, get drive. Got a good drive. Here's the horsepower race. BMW probably going to get the better of this as we can see the head overlap, and BMW just pulls out.
Here we go. Watch the stopping power of the Ferrari here, J-Man, up into one. Icarus is surely going to give him some space, doesn't he? He does, over so slightly, not enough for the... Oh, yes!
Little bit of hip and shoulder, says mate.
Remember,
I'm going to shut the door.
I'm just thinking whether McKellar's going, remember, race one, bro?
Yeah.
Here you go. This is my turn.
And now the table's turned. Icarus, you said it. He's good through sector 1 and 2.
Look, we're going to do a minute-long replay here, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch this exchange here. Awesome stuff from all of the boys here. Look at Perkins, so sideways there. Tap from the BMW because he slowed them both. So it slowed Icarus down. Here comes McKellar. Enter Mr. Lego Man. And it's a drag race across the start-finish line. The stopping power of this Ferrari. Icarus gives him just the slightest amount of space, which puts the BMW offline. There was not enough for the Ferrari to duck up there before the apex, but just put the BMW offline, and there you go. Thanks for coming. McKellar through. Wow, J-Man, what an exchange.
Yeah, good stuff. But hey, look at the interim, that margin, which started out as 4.2 seconds to the race leader for McKellar's now 8.4. And that's by way of getting in the battle. And look, I'm not complaining because I'll take the action every single time. But yeah, it's certainly, I think it's put McKellar in a situation now where he's literally now the best he can hope for is he's got to go out and beat Perko and try and lock down a potential second in the championship because Fordo is just out there doing his thing.
Yeah, well, the fight is definitely not with Fordo for these boys anymore, but we're looking over the rear wing of Perkins' car now. Just watch this. Just watch the stopping power of that Ferrari. Goes again. Perko will respond, J-Man. We know how tenacious he is with this stuff. He will push that Datsun. Will he push it too far? We have got a long... We're not even halfway through this race.
I like Damo Icarus's car through the roller coaster. It is so planted. It is so hooked up. He gives Jake something to think about in sector 1 for sure. I just want to get a read on these sectors. Oh, McKellar right on the back of the Datsun now. It'll be a road to nowhere given the power of the Datto. He's right under the wing though. He'll be picking up the brakes down here.
Dodging and weaving. Dodging and weaving. Trying to break that draft.
Tell you what's been going on in the background too. Kenny Simpson's been all over the back of Steve Melling for a while now. It's hard to take your eyes off of what is 2, 3, 4 is Lee Perkins, Jake McKellar, Damo Icarus.
And this is a genuine points fight, isn't it, between McKellar and Perkins at the moment.
For sure.
So plenty to play for. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah, McKellar. Yep. Got it nicely down to the limiter too in the lane. Look well versed.
Melling in as well.
Yes, yep, gets out of the fight with Kenny Simpson. Internally.
He got way back. Has he pitted? He has. There you go. That's why.
Yep, made a stop. Got it done in 32 seconds, so I'm going to call that. Fuel and tyres done.
Yep.
Total of 1 minute and 11. So it's a good stop.
That's not a bad stop.
So watch that space. Does he come back to Melling and Simpson and that one? Just trying to get a read on the lap time for Ash Vertiger. Okay, so
McKellar off the jacks. Icarus tagged on to the back of the Datsun. Like he's literally soaked up that gap.
Yeah, he has.
Immediately, as soon as the Ferrari was gone, it was on. So McKellar out of the pits through one. He's got to make these next few laps count. You talk about this all the time, J-Man. The 1%ers just aren't in the pit entry, exit, and getting it on the jacks, are they? It's the lap in, it's the lap out. It's all important, isn't it?
Yeah, and all three guys that have made their stops now, all 32 seconds on the jack. The one notable mention is Steve Melling. The boys all got out in around 1 minute and 11. Melling got out in 1 minute 10 of transit time. So he made a second there, even though he was the same time on the jack. So that's all about squareness on the box, accuracy on, as we see Icarus now to the lane, and Perkins.
Oh, Perkins, how late
Perkins
was
with a
that?
late dive. Let me just have a quick look at that.
Yeah,
we
got it on the cameras here. Man, did he just sneak that? Man, what a power play. That's a flex. He's seen Icarus duck.
Covered it.
And he covered it, like, with tenths of seconds to actually think about it. I'm impressed. That is a good call, J-Man. What a play. Where is
Simpson in as well?
Yeah, Simpson in as well. Frodo, obviously unpitted. We're going to see obviously the totem there change considerably as these boys roll out of the pit lane here. Shane Frodo out in. Oh yes. Where is McKellar?
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming.
Here we go.
That's why I called it. Watch the space. Those boys on the jacks. Perkins went 32. Icarus went 30.
Oh, look at this.
How did you? Here the boys come. Here comes McKellar. This is going to get really busy up to one as McKellar turns up hot, but still tucked up in behind them. Now, Icarus 30 seconds stationary. Is that that's a super efficient tyre stop or a snaggy fuel? And I'm going to call it a super efficient tyre stop.
Here we go. We're just getting a little bit of a replay here. This is out of McKellar's dash cam here. And he rolls across the start finish line, rolling up. And you just watch the left-hand side of the screen. There's the boys. That is Perko and Icarus. They all duck into this corner. The position, what has changed here, J-Man? What has changed here is...
Icarus.
Icarus. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What an efficient stop there, J-Man.
Followed in the lane.
Wow. That's impressive. Look at these boys. Look at this drafting battle that's going on.
Yeah.
McKellar's like having nothing of it. He's just like, nah, no bro. You know how expensive fuel is? I'm not going out there. I'm just gonna outbrake it. Oh!
Sends it!
Whoa!
Manages to just pull it off the rear splitter of Lee Perkins. Some amazing braking there from Jake McKellar. I thought for all money there was going to be contact, and he pulled it up. Shows that he's got a little bit of braking in reserve on these boys. So was that a precursor to maybe a move coming? Yeah, I can go that big.
Just wait for that. Just wait for that. Wow.
So Followed, he does an amazing stop as well. Hang on, no, he's 32, but he's on his way out. No worries there for the boys as they
had
come
a
to the final
lead.
turn. Yeah, he did.
We're looking out of the rear of Damo's car there, actually, J-Man. Look, I seriously, I can't keep my eyes off this stuff. I know there's a little bit of action going on in the background. It's nothing like this, ladies and gentlemen. These three cars, you could literally have thrown a blanket over for the last over 25 minutes. Seriously, this is a battle royale. There is definitely points involved between Perkins and McKellar, okay, for the top spots. So it means business. It is personal, J-Man.
Yeah, cool battle too. Shout out to Ashley Vidiger too, doing a great job with that really early stop versus the other boys, and he's just slotted himself in between Ken Simpson now, right on the rear bumper of Steve Melling, and expect that Mustang to be something to be messed with down the back straight on the McLaren of Steve Melling. Vidiger with the fastest top speed of the race, 267.
Icarus covers into 10, goes terribly deep.
Contact.
Perkins pass. A little bit of contact from the
with
Lego
McKellar.
car. It's got like all those little knobs on the side of it because it's made out of Lego, so it's protected. You know how hard Lego is, J-Man? It'll be fine.
Yeah, stand on it with bare feet.
So positional change there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, a little bit going on in the background here, and we will just pick up that Ashley Vidiger sandwich between Steve Melling and Kenny Simpson. Oh, look at Vidiger go.
Pulls out under brake.
Can he stop the damn thing, J-Man? Melling gives him all the space in the world.
Simo's in there now as well.
Red hot crack. Let's get out of the dash cam of Kenny Simpson's car here. Oh, Simpson makes a big bold dive.
Oh, and he picks up the curve, and Vidiger's going to grab it back.
Here we go on the replay. He did have that. He did have that. It's just again a little bit of mischief from Kenny there.
So Damien Jones just coming out of the pit lane as well. He stopped in there for 32 seconds.
To interrupt, but we have got McKellar and Icarus side by side.
Side by side, yeah, through the roller coaster.
So out of one, down through the right hand up. How close is that? No contact, McKellar through. Wow, wow. So that's the first time we've seen McKellar in front of the BMW, J-Man.
Yeah, but still got the championship rival to contend with now. And and I reckon he's going to look good down in sector 3
I reckon
here.
he is too. I reckon just watch this space. Watch Jake McKellar literally dissect this. Here we go. He has got 20 minutes to get this done. Early stop from McKellar. Will he run out of tyre, J-Man? I know these tyres are good, but the edge is off them, isn't it? Definitely after.
Nah, he'll be sweet.
He'll
The
be
tyres
right.
got, yeah, tyres got plenty in
legs.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got plenty in it. It's all a formality, really, but at least he's got something to fight with on the way home. The car that was the question mark was the 30-second stop for Damo Icarus, as to whether that was a snaggy fuel stop and maybe not a tyre. Because if it is a tyre, it's probably the most efficient stop I've seen all season to go fuel and tyre. We know fuel's 25. Yeah, potentially a tyre's 5 plus. So if he did, that's a magical number. But watch the pace of that car at the back end here as we see McKellar, the sector 3. He's so strong.
Man, just watch. We're looking over the dashboard again of McKellar's car. So out of that second to last corner and the last corner, we see again Perkins. The Nissan sideways. It just is through both of those corners at varying degrees. So as much as Perkins looks like he's driving a conservative race, that car is still sideways most of the way.
Yeah, it's how he likes it.
He likes the back out. Here we go. Look at this tricky first sector, J-Man.
Yeah, McKellar just going shallower through the right hand, and he's going to set this up.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, Perkins covers through the kink.
Definite track cut there for McKellar. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh, let's get a little replay here. Look at McKellar trying to go in there.
Oh,
Perkins like,
trying hard.
No, you're going to have to buy me dinner first. And that has definitely put a bit of air between those two cars there, J-Man.
Yeah, well, McKellar picked up the sausage on the inside of 10, and that didn't help him. But he'll mount another attack, and he knows how much pace he's got. And it started out of 8, where he just drove the car a little shallow, went down one more gear, tucked the car a little tighter right, which opened up the exit to 9, and then by the time he turned up to 10,
they're offline. Yep.
Well, McKellar had the overrun, but unfortunately, because Perko squeezed him through the dog leg there, he just missed the apex, got a horrible kick. But look, already, he is right on him.
Yep.
Sector 3.
Watch this left-hander here. Now we've seen the Nissan lap after lap very side of it. So when he's not sideways, the car looks awkward. So definitely played a conservative roll through that one that time, but then a final corner very nice and sideways as we'd expect from Perko.
Shout out to Shane Fodderdo, just banks a 205.80 that last lap round. He is now 13 seconds up the road, so we've got to pay a little bit of kudos to Shane Fodderdo out there, just doing everything he needs to do right now, plus some. Based on the lap time, he's got one hand on the title, on the trophy here, and the battle for the minors is going on right now. This is second and third in race, second and third in the championship, effectively.
Yeah, it is. And it is generally a battle royale, J-Man. These guys going hard at it.
McKellar quite loose then.
Trying to keep a cool head. See Perkins very sideways in front of him in the Nissan. Here we go. The Nissan runs
good
wide.
Drive. Stay under the wing. He looked to just stay under. He doesn't even chase him down there. He doesn't want to lose his efficiency down the straight. He knows he's going to break deep. He's going to challenge. He's coming into his sector 3. It's where Jake McKellar's so strong.
Like I said, who's got the fuel to run all the way over there and then come back?
Yeah. Well, the current prices, I don't blame.
You know what I'm saying.
McKellar just doesn't need to use nearly the amount of racetrack that
No.
Perkins is using at the moment as well.
Super smooth. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He's on the wrong side, but he'll try and go underneath him here if he can get out of it a little bit early.
He's definitely shortened up his exit line there, but in a particular part of the circuit where it's sort of not so critical, Perkins knows that. There you go. There's the second to last corner, and as we've seen, Perkins very wide, or not wide, just sideways. And again, there you can see the back. You can see the boost coming on in the Perkins car. Again and again.
Oh, McKellar so late under brakes up there. He's so good.
Unbelievable. Camera
So
guys,
good under
the
brakes.
camera guys are onto it too. They are 100% chasing those money shots, J-Man.
Still that good battle going on with Melling, Vetiger and Simpson. Jones is the one with the lonely race out there at the moment. 15.5 seconds away, 4.5 to 5 seconds further up the road. So he's kind of cemented 5th in there. But McKellar, what can he do? Time is ticking. You talk to you is like, hey, look, he's got 20 minutes to do something. 20 minutes now becomes 14 minutes, and we're still in the same predicament. Fodaday's just back-to-backing the high fives at the moment, so shout out to you, Mr. Shane Fodaday, aka Slambo, at his level best when he's behind the wheel of a Lamborghini.
Slambo and the Lambo, well,
Yep.
just go figure. The boy's going to be damn quick, isn't he?
You're right.
Over the dashboard of Kenny Simpson's car, this is a friggin' awesome battle, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is. These three cars, oh, Vetiger
Picks his pocket.
rearranges. Trackside.
Look at Simo here. Look under mate. He just pulls out. And Melling is like looking in his mirrors going, Jesus, there's two of them coming.
Oh dear, these guys, and like these guys are rolling easily, as quickly and as hard and closely as the boys up the 40 end here, Wim Perkins, McKellar and Damo.
Oh,
Same corner, J-Man. Was that just one lap ago we watched this same interaction between Simo?
watch it, the big brakes up here. We've seen how strong McKellar is under brakes. Oh, he's so deep. Gonna turn it back down, try and go underneath him.
Inside there, trying to get there. Oh.
Man, braking ability of this Ferrari in the hands of Jake McKellar is something to behold. Down into 11 and also up into 1. The speed he's turning up there, I feel like he's going to run on, and he just pulls it up and makes the apex every time.
It just stops. Oh, look at Perkins. Just the tip in. He just tips this thing, and it is literally on the back tyres immediately. It nearly looks sideways all the time, doesn't it, J-Man? Really turns in from the back nicely.
Bit of a bollard in the middle of the track there. That might have been courtesy of Ash Vetiger
I
a lap ago.
I think that might have been a Vetiger tip on there. Let's go back and see if these guys are coming around for it.
Simpson's still trying hard. I reckon he gets close enough out of here, out of 10 down 11, he's going to have another crack. Melling quite wide through there.
Very wide, yes. So yes, oh there it is. There's the signage. Okay, just been an adjustment. It's just a slight adjustment. Look how deep McKellar is on Melling.
Melling
runs wide. So that's 2 or 3 corners there. We've seen Melling run deep into the corner, asking probably a little bit too much of the McLaren's brake package at this end of the race. J-Man. Got a couple of hungry Mustangs tucked right in behind him there. He's definitely working for his position. got Jones, like literally, Jones and Fonato have both having the easiest race ever here.
Yeah, for sure.
Jones just in this whole bunch of fresh air. Nobody in front of him, nobody behind him. Oh, just pick up
Perko with a big sideways moment there, and he just pulled out a second gap on McKellar. Sorry, David, interrupt.
Yeah, no, you go.
And that was all it took for McKellar to be right back on him, and then McKellar with the shallower line again. He's going to open up this one here. He's going to open up 8, tip it down through 9 here. We saw him get tight and squeezed up down here a few laps ago. Down to 10. It'll be all about the focus. Oh, Perko backs it in.
Yeah, just a pinch on the rears there. It probably did him okay, actually, because the car actually...
Drove it off straight?
Yeah, rotated early, and he was able to pick the throttle up there. And that's probably the biggest gap I think we've seen between the Ferrari and the Nissan out of 10 for the last probably 10 minutes or so, J-Man. But again, look at the brakes. Oh, but Keller actually took a evasive action there.
Yep.
Let's pick up a player there. He definitely took evasive action there. He'd come in so hard.
Vertigo with a run on Melling this time. Sorry, Davo, but he has got the run. Pulls up beside him.
We are on it, J-Man. Into 11 again. The same corner. Oh, look at Melling. See how early Melling picked the throttle up. He's got overlap, so he's got the rights to the right hand here. Tricky little series of corners here. Oh, Vertigo. Just had the road speed, didn't he?
Yep.
Melling had to address the car to make the tighter corner. Kenny all the time just sitting in the background going, oh, okay, so I've got to do that, do I? Okay, sweet. He's just trotting that shit down. I've got that next lap. So good work there from Vertigo over Melling. Melling, the car did look like it was running deep. It looked like he might have been overdriving the brakes a little bit the last couple of laps.
Yeah, still getting accustomed to the new brake pedals. He did mention.
Yes, true that, J-Man. Thanks for reminding me. New pedal set for Mr. Melling recently. So a little bit of new hardware. He can be forgiven. Yeah. Okay, what's going on up here? Come on, what have we got left? 7.5 odd minutes, J-Man. And it is going to get busy. Do you think we are going to see the full max attack, the full McKellar max attack here?
I reckon he's been trying. I reckon he's probably a little guilty the last 2 laps of overdriving the car in a couple of spots, and maybe a little bit more patience when he gets to the back of Perko. And I reckon he's got a couple of spots where he can do it. It's not like he's literally hanging on just to stay with him. No. I mean, we've seen him fall back a second and then catch back up. Tells us that he's got pace. An opportunity like this, Perko a little wide, little rattled. Spike the rear tyre temps, gives Jake McKellar some incentive now. You'll know that thing's just going to have no rear balance through this long, double-loaded right-hander section here. Jake McKellar can run the car quite shallow through here.
And just those observations, I suppose, McKellar, I mean, like he's literally on the back of Perkins now. He's looking at those little pinches of the rear. He can see that. He can analyse it. He goes, oh, well, look, I've got the pressure on. Here's where he's vulnerable.
He goes wide to cut back, get a bit of drive off of here. Run this up once again. He know how good he is under brakes. Perkins already goes covering to the left.
Here's the cover. Here we go. What's this? He's trying it multiple different ways, and this is what I think McKellar's doing. He's going, oh, okay, how far back is too far? How far up is too far? You know, like we saw him take evasive action down into 11, I think, the lap before this one. He's clearly too close for that big move. He's testing those limits. Where are those lines? Look at the Ferrari. Look at the gain just through the first few apexes there. And then we see the Perkins car get
you watch him compromise this right-hander. Jake will tighten up this right-hander to get a good drive.
And there's that sideways from the Nissan there. Perkins trying to tip the car in.
Perko is absolutely ragging this car. Don't discount the drive that he is putting on. He is driving the wheels off this thing. Misses the apex there, though. Gives Jake opportunity. Jake just needs to get on the wing.
It's just a sniff. It's a sniff. And then here we saw it, like we were just talking about, a lap and a half ago, we saw McKellar just a little bit too close to the back of the Nissan, nearly tagged him, had to take evasive action. There's Perkins, dodging again. McKellar's got to be careful here. Doesn't want to have to adjust his line. Needs to get the ultimate. Pick up at the throttle there. Look at the pace between these two. Look at McKellar. Aggressive. He's able to pick the throttle up. It's not even that he's picking it up that much earlier than Perkins. It's just the amount of throttle that he's picking up. You can see the acceleration in the car.
Yeah. His rolling speed is definitely better through the middle of the corner. But I reckon he's going to have to fire it on there. I think that option just before back down there, maybe should have maybe looked to run the outside line. As Perkins sideways again.
Damn it, he's running out of time. We've literally 4.5 minutes to go here. He's got 3 freaking laps to get it sorted.
I reckon sector 3, he's got to have a crack, maybe run it through that right-hand tight section.
Watch one here. Watch one.
He's a little far back, this one. Aim for sector 3. Look to maybe go around the outside long and then have the rights for the left-hand hairpin in sector 3. And that's a good option for Jake. He's got a lot of car pace there, a lot of rolling momentum. Perkins, though, guilty of putting the car everywhere where he needs to. He's doing an awesome job.
Sometimes I don't even think actually Perkins is trying to do that through the corners. It's just like, it's just that Nissan just takes up that much space, you know. So, but definitely down the straight there. We've seen it lap after lap just recently. Oh, McKellar running deep there. Not good.
Pushing
for the Ferrari.
hard, yeah.
If it does not get that run off the corner, it is very much hobbled down the straightaway here. They have got, what are we looking at? Just over 3 minutes. This is it. J-Man, McKellar. I don't know whether he's got this. I just don't think, unless Perko makes a wholesale mistake. I don't think the Ferrari's got it.
Now this is where I think his hot spot is. He needs to get himself positioned so he can be down the outside of that one, inside for this one, and he needs to be close enough to do it. And he's back in touch. He's back on terms. Through the tighter stuff with Perkins now. Perkins guilty of sliding this next left-hander quite a fair bit, and that's an opportunity for Jake. He's got to be on the spot to take it, though.
This is very nice to watch from these two boys.
There'll be this lap and one more, so 2 laps to go effectively from here. Kenny Simpson still keeping Steve Melling on us, but Ash Vettiger's driven away from them. Oh, Perko, super solid. He goes around on his own. There's the mistake. There is the mistake, but he recovers beautifully to be right there challenging again.
No.
Oh, this isn't done. This is not done.
I need to have another look at that. Just get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen. Perko pinches the rears, gets it all kinds of wrong. McKellar through.
Perko just needs to slow the heart rate here. I've seen him with a few cuts, potential cuts already at the start of this lap, Davo.
Well, we've just picked up one straight out of the back of McKellar's car. I think it was turn 3. Maybe, or maybe 4. So yes, he would want to be.
Oh, look at the pace on the front, on the back straight. He's not going to be close enough this time, but if he sizes himself up to be there or thereabouts on the final lap, he will blow the doors off the Ferrari down the back straight.
Look at the Ferrari there. Look at the pace of the Ferrari out of that corner.
Yeah.
If McKellar can gap Perko enough, and again, Burko
Sector 3.
literally can just mash the right pedal there. I don't know.
It's all just a little messy. It's all just a little messy for Perko now. He just needs to tidy up the line so he's in a spot to utilise the straight line speed as he slides it through that turn.
Wow.
He did not lift in that moment, I can tell you now. I was watching the throttle trace. He stayed well up it. Runs wide. So he obviously had a track cut up his sleeve there.
All you can.
You can see Icarus back a shot. It stayed in touch, but well back from these two. This has been a battle royale between these two boys. We know Flutter is on the final lap. He's just running up over the top of the hill through 9 and down towards 10. And McKellar, oh, a little bit of a wriggle from the Ferrari there.
Yeah, pushing hard, and he needs to because he knows that the Datsun's really good through Sector 1 here.
Jones in clear. Ashley Bettiger past both Simpson and Melling to put himself in a 6th position provisionally. J-Man. We will get quick look there. Shane Frodo into 11 in the Red Bull Lamborghini. Lambo in the Lambo. Go figure. Leading the race. Jake McKellar.
I reckon McKellar's got this because Perko's not close enough on the back straight here, and McKellar, his strong suit is Sector 3. Perkins is obviously Sector 1 and the middle of Sector 2 here. Frodo only got a couple of corners to make now. 2 corners to go for him. Good. Great fight between McKellar and Perkins, and also Ash Vettiger, Melling and Simpson in this one.
Next level. Yeah, unbelievable. Great stuff.
Well done, Shane Frodo.
Shane Frodo runs across the line, ladies and gentlemen, and takes the round win, race win, I would suspect, and a championship. Provisionally, remember. We are talking Davo and J-Man numbers here. We'll definitely put a caveat on that. There we go, McKellar, after what was an amazing battle with Lee Perkins in the Datsun. 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Damo Icarus right in the mix for most of that race there as well in, where did he come 4th? Jones in 5th, Ashley Bettiger in 6th, Steve Belling in 7th, and Kenny Simpson following up and across the line. J-Man, after 15 minutes, seriously, we just called those cars very quickly across the line there. Very close field after 50 minutes of racing.
Yeah, 100%. It was super tight, and look, I was going to start that with a bit of an interview with Lee Perkins, but we may have lost him there. So we will.
Oh, come on, Lee!
Straight away to Jake McKellar down to the booth, and mate left it like right up to the last moments, and what a race, Jakey! We're talking about race 2 because we won't dwell on race 1.
Yeah, mate. Obviously, I'll start off by saying my first race was decided on turn 1, but race 2, yeah. I mean, it was tough because this Ferrari just didn't have anything. Even after a turn, I was side by side, but they just pulled away. There's nothing I can do about it. It was just horrible.
Davo reckons it's all the bloody little knobs on the Lego blocks, bro. Yeah. It's not aerodynamic at all.
Yeah, but hey, look, Sector 3, okay, so braking prowess into turn 1 tonight, and then all of Sector 3, super special at the hands of Jake McKellar and the Ferrari tonight. Very impressive, nerve-wracking, to be fair, just watching that wide high line out down into 1 or up into 1 and literally driving past your composition under brakes and then trying to turn back down underneath them. But you are right, the straight line performance tonight of the Datsun and the BMW is kind of, disheartening when you sort of get the run and they still drive away. But man, big under brakes, super good flow through sector 3 was impressive stuff. And look, put on a hell of a show, and it was an important one too, Jake. You and I obviously messaged during the week. We knew that Perko had to give the better part of 40 points away in the championship. Obviously, that tightened things up in race 1. No fault of your own. Obviously, got caught up in somebody else's issue and really tightened stuff up. And you needed that big drive in the final one. I don't know what they look like, Jake. The Abacus, it's an Abacus. That if you give it 3 days, it'll work it out. But I can imagine
it's
that.
Just because you're in control of it, J-Man. Don't make excuses here, brother.
Yeah, but I could well imagine that it does look something like Perko in third, McKellar for second, and Shane Fodderdo very much grabs the title. But such a great fight throughout the series, Jake. You've enjoyed it, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's definitely been pretty hardcore every week. So, yeah, I'm not sure where their points are going to end due to race 1, but that might put me in third. But never mind, these things happen. Yeah, no, thank you guys, and thank everyone who turned up. Yeah, it's been a great 12 rounds, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well done on keeping us super entertained, Jake. It's very, very cool to have you back on the grid, and yeah, definitely haven't lost any performance since the last time we've called you, mate. So well done. And look, if you want to give a shout out to anyone, mate, go right ahead.
Just shout out to you guys and the community here for everyone who turned up every week. Yeah, it's Shane. Obviously, our battles have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it came down to the last race, so well done to him.
Yeah, perfect, mate. That is perfect, and it's perfect scenario the way it played out. We just on the edge of our seats, Jake, the whole way through. So well done, mate, and congrats on that successful result, man. You deserve it.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
There you go, Jake McKellar. What I think is deemed to be probably second in the championship, and come with the minute. No stopping Slambo in the Lambo tonight. He was just in a different postcode. You got us on comms, mate.
Hey, fellas.
Mate, I tell you what, you and Lamborghinis with the word ASR written in there, Asrnz written in there, is a match made for title-winning performances, and that was one of them tonight. Missed second round, but nothing but dominant performances from there on out, mate. Obviously, pretty bit of adversity throughout the season, but you overcome it. We talked about the target on the back of the Lamborghini at times, but tonight, just all your way.
Yeah, apart from the first race, I was like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
But I got out of it all right. And then, yeah, that was the most excitement I had all night. I think just centered on Perko on the next lap, and then didn't really see anyone else for the rest of the night.
Yeah. No, certainly yourself and Damien Jones tonight just completely unobstructed. I think Davo called it the easiest race you'll ever have. And I guess sometimes it's easy when you're winning. And then for Damien Jones, he had about, I don't know, something like a 18-second margin up the road and about a 12-second one back or something like that. So, no, hey, look, fantastic performances throughout, Shane. And God, I'm just going to throw it out there, buddy, because obviously, Matchfit are here, there, and everywhere at the moment. I would love to see a Shane Fodderdo line up in either a Porsche Cup or a GT3 and iRacing somewhere where we go. I think that would be a spectacle. We know we've got Mav on the scene. I'd love to know how we make that work, Shane. I think we might have to have a chat. But outstanding performance in ACC once again. Got a real handle on this stuff, mate. And big congratulations. And if you want to shout out your sponsors, now's your chance.
Yeah, I'll give iRacing a go again. Got to renew my subs. But yeah, just cheers to you guys for awesome streams, and cheers to everyone that turns up. Pretty small grids, but everyone that turns up having fun. So I think see what happens now. Maybe some AC Evo.
Yeah. I think be keen on jumping in beside you there, mate, and getting dusting the old wheel off Shano and coming for a skid doing that. Sounds pretty entertaining. But yeah, look, hey, well done, congratulations on another title. I must actually look at the Hall of Fame and just see what those numbers look like because you're racking them up, buddy. All right, mate.
Awesome
There you go.
stuff.
That Shane Faraday once again, success title holder here once again at Asrnz for the GT3 series. He has got it going on, Davo. Hard stopping
Amazing.
the man.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations, Shane Faraday. And yeah, just watch out for that name next season in at ASRNZ. Obviously, the GT3 cars in ACC. J-Man.
Yep.
Awesome race. Look, short field, but we sort of knew they were going to deliver, didn't we? You know, there was just so much on the line there, points wise.
Yeah.
And we saw all the right people stepping up to the plate, didn't they, to fight for their championship position. So, yeah, really entertaining stuff. Once again, Thursday nights, ladies and gentlemen, you might not see us for a couple of weeks. I'm sure these boys will get back up to speed soon enough. J-Man, and you will see Matchfit Entertainment coming up on your Thursday nights once again very soon. But for now, that's a wrap, J-Man. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Davo. Thanks, viewers. Obviously, yeah, thanks for everybody that supports us. I'm sure Davo runs out on a parting note with who they are, and you know who you are. It takes all of you
They do.
to get this show happening. And look, if ACC is still part of your demographic, get amongst it because this is a real, long-standing family. I think they're in their 11th or 12th year now. I think maybe 11th.
Yeah, 11 years. 11 years.
11 years. Yep.
Yes, definitely.
And,
ASRNZ, J-Man.
Yeah, very much family-based, like friendly-based league. Great bunch of blokes. And look, we talk about ACC. Not everyone's running it these days, but man, these boys still do it well proper. So get amongst it. And I'm going to sign out, Davo.
Definitely.
And appreciate you as always, mate. And no doubt talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, J-Man. And yes, look, if you liked what you were just watching there, viewers, get over to ASRNZ's Discord. Assetto Corsa Sim Racing NZ, yes, born off the back of Assetto Corsa, and now we have Assetto Corsa Evo. The boys are experimenting and getting stuff together to run a series in Assetto Corsa Evo. So, community, if you like Assetto Corsa, ACC and AC Evo, definitely a community you want to get involved with. 100%. That has been a cracking series. I tell you, the ASRNZ 2026 GT3 World Challenge. Boys putting together a cracking package as always. Yes, J-Man mentioned I will call some sponsors. Obviously, Matchfit Entertainment, bringing it to you live on the internets every week. Race Command for keeping the cogs well oiled back of house with the servers and obviously GAMAFLARE. Always supporting everything that Matchfit Entertainment is involved with. So good on those guys as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Remember, hit the like button. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit your notifications so you don't miss out on anything that is Matchfit Entertainment. And I am going to leave you now with this little graphic here. This competition is so worth your time to get involved with. It is the Get a Sim competition. If you are not a sim racer and you too want to get behind the wheel and race with like-minded people like the boys at ASRNZ, all you got to do is get your phone out, Scan the QR code that's on the left next to the GAMAFLARE logo. This competition, obviously, the only place you will find that QR code is on a Matchfit Entertainment stream, right? So you think yourself privileged. Free to join up. Terms and conditions apply. Scan the QR code on the left. Thank you, GAMAFLARE. Thank you, Matchfit Entertainment. Thank you, SimBlacks and Moz's involvement as well. But to get onto that very quickly, I'll leave it up for maybe 3 more seconds. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.